Today we are going to be using the Flexee Loom Links in the chunky gauge, but only the straight links to make a square. Now then, it's not a very big square. It's only, because there's only 12 of the straight links, see it, they're nice and sturdy, and you can only make a 4-inch square with it. But what we're going to do, because we are weaving today, we are going to do this. And you're probably wondering, what on earth has Renata lost her mind about this time? Well, since it will only make approximately a 3-inch square, we're going to get creative. It's a plate holder. Like you put the plate in the microwave, you get it out. It's like a little microwave hot plate holder. But it will only cover the 2 fingers, so you got to make sure those other 2 fingers don't get burned. But 2 fingers and a thumb. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Or possibly a puppet. So what are we going to need? We've got 12 links put together in the shape of a square. 3 on each side, which, since we won't be using our corner pegs, it will have 5. So we will need what to go with this? Cotton loops. Now, these cotton loops you can find in any craft store. Pretty much, these have been around forever, but they are 100% cotton. They come from the Wool Novelty Company. They're called weaving loops. See, they're cotton. See, it's the same packaging they had when I was a kid. It's a whole big bag of them. 16 ounces, a whole pound. Now, the thing about these is they will stretch, and they're very, very stretchy. Some are stretchier than others. The white ones tend to be stretchier than the colored ones. But for this project, I picked out blues and whites because I'm going to make a second one to go with my first. And you're probably wondering, what else am I going to need for this? The only other thing we will be needing is our loom pick. So you're probably wondering, well, how are you going to seam them together? Well, I have pulled out some extras of the colors that I'm using, and I will show you, and you're like, how are you going to be seaming those with that? And you won't even need scissors for this. So let's get started. Now then, we have 20 of each color, because you will need 10 for each square, and we will need 4 squares. So the way that I did this other, you can put them in any way. You don't even have to use 2 colors. You can use a solid color. You can use multiple colors. It does not matter. When you are picking out your loops, you are going to want to use the loosest ones on our warp, which will be our first ones that we put on. So you pick out the ones that are the loosest, and we will start, because I'm going to get them all on here. These are not going to be tight right now, and you don't want them to be tight. Three. That one wasn't loose enough. 4 and 5. Now then, I have got all 5 on there. Now we are going to start our weaving. Like I said, we're not going to use any tool. We are just going to use our fingers. So on our first run, we're just going to lift that loop up. When the one that's closest, we're just going to lift it up and place it under, because it will be easier than trying. And then we'll loop that. We've got that there. instead of on the ones closest to the edge, you just go under and over, under and over and under. You can start it out the other way. It really doesn't matter. I've got my second one. This time, we are going to go over and under. See, I'm just using my fingers. Make sure that you get both strands and over. Make sure that they are hooked on the same peg on each side. And then we will do it again. We will go under. And then over. And then under and over. And under and over. Although it's not, we don't have an over except over that peg. Once again, you're looking at that thinking, that looks awfully loose. That is not going to work right. Well, stand back and be amazed. Or just recline. There we go. There's that one. Now, I do have a plan for making a larger pot holder using 2 sets. So be on the lookout for that one too. So on this one, once again, we'll just pick that up. Pop it. Pick that up. Pop it back over. Pick that up. Pop it back over. See? Now, there it is. It is woven. That's it. That's all it takes. So now, let's fix it to take it off. And you will do all 4 of them this way. But then we will join them in a little bit different way. So what you will do, it is very similar. It is a crochet bind off, so to speak. But on this one, it's just like a basic bind off or a crochet bind off. So we're not going to do this one. We're going to take the second one over to the first. Take the bottom over the top, just like in loom knitting. If you don't loom knit and you're just looking at this to do the pot holder, don't worry about it. Check out my loom knitting videos and learn how. There we go. And we'll pop it over here. Same thing. All the way around. Even though we did not stretch them out, see, they are already, I mean, we didn't stretch them out taut like you do on the larger, with these loops on the larger pot holder looms. It is still drawing up. And if they pop off, it's okay. Because they're not stretched out so much that, like when I was a kid and making these on the pot holder looms, they'd run all the way back up through there if they popped off. See, and you will just pull that loop like that, because we will have a plan for that loop. See? Now then, make your next one same way as this one. I'll just start with my whites because they are normally the looser. I don't have my camera angled. And then I will meet you again at the first of the bind off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that one that we did. But so before we bind off, we're going to take this one. We are going to put it right here. And we're going to loop that over. And we're going to treat this as the loop, the first one, for this. And we're going to do that with the next two as well. Okay, I have just finished that one. Pull that one on out. On that first peg you're going to use, you're going to connect to the next one. So I will get started on the third one, and I'll show that connection again. So I will meet you back up then. Now then I'm back. I'm going to take that loop here. I'm going to place it right here and loop that over. And then we will start off by taking that second one to that first one and go all the way around. back up with you in just a bit. Now this is how it looks with 3 of them connected. So let's get started on the 4th. And there's that last one. Now then, we've got them all like this. That'd make a nice little garland too, for just a decoration for your kitchen. But that's not what we're making here. What we are going to be making is we are going to fit those together like this. Now, before we start, we're going to put this loop through that one, and then we will get started with the seaming. So I'm going to get my extra blue and white loops. It doesn't matter which one you use, but first of all we are going to run that loop through that one, and then that one through this one, see? And that will join them together, and then I will show that again. Now this will be where we will need a secondary tool other than our loom. Now we are going to run our pick through here like this. Try not to stab yourself. Now you could use a crochet hook, but the easiest way is you're just going to poke that through there like that, and you're going to pull it through those. Let's do that again. Now we're going to pull that on through. You see where that knot's at? You're just going to pull it through. See? Pull that knot through. And if it is tight enough, just leave that knot in the middle. Now then, we're going to turn it around, because we're going to go back through that way. Through here to here. And you always go in under what looks like that chain edge right there. You go under both. And the matching one on this one. Now then, poke it through that and just pull it on through. Now if you have extra ones of these, you may want to curve it on down, but if you're just using the one that came in the box with this, you'll still want to leave it like that so that you can loom knit with it. So I turned it, because you will go through, you will put your loom pick through the side opposite where your loop is at. And you won't go through the same loop twice. Just poke that through there, just so it'll hold it. It's just a little hack that, you know, that way you don't have to have an extra crochet hook. If you want to use a crochet hook, it may be easier for you. Now then, we're going to pull that on through, see, just like that. And then just keep on going, just each next one as you go until we get to the short. Because I think we will need to add a loop after this one, and we will do that in the same way. So we're going to just poke that on there to hold it secure. Because the thing too about these loops is you will get the edges, because they do fray. Then, like I said, these are just the cheap loops you buy. Now then, see, here we go. Now then, it's gotten short, so I will grab another loop. Doesn't matter which color. If you want to, you can match up the colors of the sides. It doesn't matter, see? Let me do that again. One loop, the new loop through the old loop. Take the new loop back into itself. Pull it tight. That is all there is to joining the two. And we don't need extra yarn, any extra tools. All we need is the tools, the loom links, the pick, and then buying. And these pot holders will last a lifetime plus some, and they are machine washable and dryable. So you just pull that on through all the way. Just pull that on through, because that knot will go through those loops. And then you just continue on down that third side, leaving the fourth side open. If you need to add another loop, add it, and I will meet you back up then. Okay, I've got the 3 sides done. As you can see, we're still connected over here, which is great. We're going to fold that one over on top of here. That way we can get it to where it will fold that way. So first of all, you can just do this part with your finger, since that one comes from what we've already done. And you will just go through that corner loop there. And then we will seam the top one with the middle one in the same way as we did the other. Since it's on top, we will go through the bottom and continue across to this side. Okay, I have finished that. We still have this part open. That part's seamed close. Here's my loop, working loop. We will need to add one. Now, you can see here where this loop didn't get really secure. So what I'm going to do to secure that one, if you do have a loop that's this way, just take that working loop back through there like that. And that way it's doubled on something. And then you have this loop. Still, we're going to go through it. And then we're going to fold that over here. This will be our fourth one. This will be the side we will need to leave open. So we will start our seaming down this side, around that side. See, you want to match it up with the bottom one. Then down this side, if you do mess up, it's okay, because you can just pull those loops back out until we get. So on this one, you will go, because it's right here, whichever side seems the thinnest, and it's going to be this side, what we'll do is we'll go through the other side. Make sure you've got your chains matched up to right here, and we'll put our pick through right down here, and see, same thing. Poke your pick through it and pull it on through. And then just keep going up this side, across this side, back down this side. Now, like I said, so the two ends that have the opening match up. So let's get that side seamed, and then we'll meet back up right over here. Now then, I have got that loop back down through that last corner. See, the openings are on the same sides. Now we need to secure it. There are different ways that you can secure this. My favorite way is taking it through one of the loops, back around into a knot. And just like that. That way, if you have a place, hooks in your kitchen where you hang your pot holders, or you can buy those little command hooks, and you can stick it on the side of your microwave. And if you need to, and there you go. For getting hot plates. Oh, coffee mug handles. You heat up your cup of coffee in the microwave. And that mug handle is always too hot for me. That's why I don't like heating up my coffee. But then you can get it out with this. And there we go. And we're done. Little tiny pot holders. Oh, tune in next time whenever I have myself a second set of the straight links. And I use the Pro loops, which are a little bit more expensive, but they are larger. And we will make just a standard pot holder. No special loom required. Just use your flexi loom for knitting and for weaving. Until next time, bye-bye.